armed. One person was arrested at UNC Charlotte this morning when police dispersed an encampment of pro-Palestinian protesters.
Yeah, a statement from the school's chancellor says officials were forced to break up the encampment after several violations of school policy. Students and others have been protesting the ongoing conflict in Israel and Gaza for several days. Some protests at schools across the country have turned violent. Many students have been arrested, but this is the first arrest from protests at UNC Charlotte. School leaders decided to break up the group of protesters because they continue to block access to campus buildings, vandalize school property, and threaten to disrupt final exams. They say the situation was resolved peacefully and only one person was detained. In a statement, the chancellor said UNC Charlotte is committed to upholding the right of individuals to exercise free speech on campus in a manner that prioritizes physical safety and ensures faculty, students, and staff can proceed with their normal activities without reasonable disruption.
Well, this comes as another pro-Palestine protest is planned for tonight at UNC Charlotte. We got an anonymous tip about the protest saying students plan to gather on the Fretwell Cato lawn tonight at 5, demanding that the university divest from Israel. A representative for the university says leaders support First Amendment rights, but do not support demonstrations that violate campus policy, like interfering with finals. There are dozens of exams scheduled for today and tomorrow.